at the start of the year you had Vancouver's number when you guys played them, then you played a big role in the attack tonight.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a 10-month season. You're going to go through your dry spells and your good spells, and you just kind of you can't get on that roller coaster. You kind of just have to, be like, okay, now we're playing not very well. It's going to come back around. Now's a good time to be playing really well. And Vancouver, I think, might be feeling that little bit of pressure we felt last year when we were trying to win the Supporters Shield. It's not easy. It's not easy to do all that stuff. And I commend them. They've had a great year. They're going to be in playoffs, and they're going to be a formidable team. But they're probably resting their players because they're eyeing the Supporters Shield.
How important was the win tonight kind of to keep the momentum going as you guys look to close out the season?
Well, I think if anything else, it's good to go through, but it's good for the first team guys, the guys that are starting on the weekends, to see that if they slip up, we have, we're ready to go. The guys that are behind them are ready to go, and that's going to push them to do more. And the practice is going to be intense. We're getting shutouts again, we're scoring goals again, and that's going to build competition within us, and that's going to build, that's going to put a better product on the field come weekends and come playoffs, and if you make it. But we plan on making that.
Now, in the end, you weren't credited with the goal, but that was quite the celebration. Can you kind of tell us about that?
Well, the last thing that people remember me doing was scoring a goal and pulling my hamstring, but everybody leaves out the goal part. They just talk about the hamstring. So someone reminded me on the way in today, one of the guys, I was like, come on, man, that's over. So I thought, I thought it did hit me last. It's Valdez's goal. Doesn't really matter. Getting the goal is all we really needed. But I thought it was me, so I celebrated it. And then he was in the back of my head, and I was like, oh, I might as well make fun of it. You either own the joke or the joke owns you, right? So it was kind of fun.
Sometimes secondary competitions can kind of weigh down on the season, especially when the team is struggling. But for you to get minutes like this and to have a good performance, get 2 assists, I have to imagine there's somebody that's relieved to have these games.
I think it's good. It's good for the coaches. I think the coaches got a little bit of a smile on their face, just knowing that they have more options of people that they can put in. If things go wrong. The starters are doing really well right now. They're winning 3-0 on the road, playing some good soccer. You might not get your minutes right away, but when you get your minutes, that's what we say to all the young guys. Is there's a lot of old guys on this team that are riding the pine, and we're not happy about it. We're a team, and that's the way that's business. That's the way it's got to be. And so it's important for the younger guys to see when the older guys come on, and we get our few chances. You got to take advantage of it. And I think that people like Christian Roldan, O'Neal Fisher, have just seized that opportunity and really shown that we're developing great product here.
Do you feel that this team is kind of peaking at the right time as you're getting close to the end of the year?
Yeah, it definitely. Especially it's more momentous than it was last year, because last year we were trying to defend and do so many things. We were trying to go 3 for 3. There's a lot of pressure. We hadn't won the MLS Cup. People are always asking that. We won the Supporters Shield, and now we got to deflate that, and we got to go do something else. We haven't had a successful season so far, but with Cascadia Cup and now progressing, these are all great things. This was a do-or-die game for us. This was a playoff-type game where you had to win or you don't go through. And that's good to be facing those type things. And like I said, to be catching fire, that's what this league's all about. It's not who plays best throughout the entire year. It's who catches fire right now. And we want to catch fire right now, and we want to get what we didn't get last year.
Knowing that you might possibly face Vancouver in the playoffs, I know it's still a ways out, but knowing that you ended the regular season with these 2 wins against Vancouver, what will that do to you guys if you do have to face them in the playoffs?
It's not going to do anything. Vancouver is a very good team. They're very stacked with their starters. They're wrestling. When they come in, they're going to be a very tough team to beat, especially in the playoffs, especially how physical they get. A lot of emotions going to be tied into that. So nothing that happened in this season is going to, unless somebody got injured in one of these games, nothing is going to stop that rivalry from becoming an intense playoff game.